Hello everyone. Today we will see obstetric lecture, that is methods of MTP or methods of abortion. We had seen the hemorrhages during early pregnancy. We called it as abortion. Different types of abortion we had seen, and many types of abortion leads to DNC, that is MTP, medical termination of pregnancy. So medical termination of pregnancy, it is a term which means termination of pregnancy medically. That means there are some indications for MTP. We have some guidelines for MTP under which causes we can perform this procedure. Mainly it is related with maternal factors, fetal factors. When the continuation of pregnancy is risky for that woman, we can terminate that pregnancy. Usually it is seen in hypertension, excessive increase in blood pressure during early pregnancy. We can terminate. Patient with high risk factors which are not controlled, in those conditions also we can terminate, like heart disease, renal disease, rarely diabetes. These are the major diseases where we can terminate the pregnancy. Fetal factors are abnormal baby, growth retarded baby, maybe IUD, intrauterine death of baby, molar pregnancy. So these are conditions where we can terminate the pregnancy. Sometimes failure of contraception because of some factors like pregnancy after rape or other things, that are the indications for MTP, that is medical termination of pregnancy. This MTP is usually performed by the registered medical practitioner at proper recognized place and at the proper timing. Particular timings are given, particular weeks are given for the procedures of MTP. So that was introduction about MTP, medical termination of pregnancy. So now methods of this abortion or MTP. There are two types, or mainly there are these MTPs are mainly divided at two trimesters, first trimester and second trimester. Methods of first trimester of MTP and methods of second trimester of MTP. Of course, you can understand MTP cannot be performed at third trimester, because third trimester already starts after 6 months, where baby is quite mature, and there we can do the induction of labor. We can do the artificial induction of labor and we can perform the delivery, or cesarean or vaginal delivery. Or termination of pregnancy we can do, but it is not medical termination of pregnancy in terms of abortion. So MTP can be performed in first and second trimester. So methods of MTP at first trimester. First trimester means starting from first month to third month of pregnancy, and after that from 4th to 6th month, second trimester. So methods of MTP during first trimester. So whenever pregnancy is diagnosed at early stage, it can be terminated in the safe manner. So the methods are: first is menstrual regulation, second is medicinal abortion, third is suction curettage, fourth is DNC, that is dilatation and curettage. So these are the common methods which are used for the termination of pregnancy in first trimester. So first of all, menstrual regulation. Menstrual regulation, this is the method where pregnancy can be terminated when it is diagnosed within 40 days. Within 1 month of pregnancy formation, we can, if we diagnose the pregnancy, we can terminate by menstrual regulation. So in menstrual regulation, it is a just OPD procedure, no need to hospitalization of patient and other things. So menstrual regulation, patient is diagnosed and pregnancy is confirmed by UPT as well as by USG, and after general proper examination of patient, she is taken for the menstrual regulation procedure. PSPV examination is done to confirm the exact size of uterus, and plastic syringe of 50 ml is used for this procedure. To this syringe, plastic cannula is attached. All these things are properly sterilized, it is autoclaved, and this cannula is inserted by PSPV examination. It is inserted in uterus from cervix, and the products of conception or the pregnancy material is removed out by this plastic syringe. These are the materials are sucked out, And as the pregnancy is at very early stage, within 40 days, within 30 to 40 days we do the procedure, or else if zygote is formed properly or fetus is formed properly and it is implanted deep in uterus, it cannot be removed by this method. So it should be done in within a few days of pregnancy. So the pregnancy is terminated by the routine procedure. After that, antibiotic analgesics are given to patient, injectable analgesics for relieving her pain and to avoid the infection. These are given to the patient, and patient can go home within 1 to 2 hours after this procedure. So it is just a OPD procedure. Complication of this procedure are, main complications are excessive pain, infection, chances of infection, as this is OPD procedure. Proper autoclaving and sterilization is possible or not, it is not confirmed. So chances of infection, incomplete abortion, incomplete product can be terminated out, and some product may remain in uterus. So incomplete abortion, sometimes excessive bleeding after this procedure. These are the main complications of menstrual regulation. Second method which is commonly used is medicinal abortion. In this procedure, pregnancy should be diagnosed at very early stage. Within few weeks, if we diagnose the pregnancy, as we say, okay, within 1 month we have to diagnose this pregnancy, and we can advise for medicinal abortion. If it is diagnosed at the late weeks, it cannot be terminated by medicines. So in this method, as in menstrual regulation, patient is identified, pregnancy is confirmed by UPT USG. Also PSPV examination is done for proper or confirm the size of uterus, and after that we give the medicine. It is commonly used medicine is RU486. It is anti-progesterone hormone. It is a hormonal abortion, or it is a hormonal pill. We give this for actually the dosage is very different. Some pills given at one time, some are given 2 at a time. After 12 hours 2 pills are given. So that causes pain in abdomen and poor vaginal bleeding. So for our knowledge, medicinal abortion by anti-progesterone pills, usually it is RU486 pills are given, and it should be given when pregnancy is at early stage. And after these pills, within 24 hours bleeding starts and abortion takes place. This is about medicinal abortion. Complications are excessive pain in abdomen, excessive bleeding, incomplete abortion. These are the these are the complications of RU486 or anti-progesterone hormone, or this is the medicinal abortion. These are the simple techniques of abortion which can be performed at very early weeks or early days of pregnancy confirmation, menstrual regulation and medicinal abortion. Now, if pregnancy is diagnosed in late stages, that is after this 1 month or within 2 to 3 months, we can do the procedure, that is suction curettage. Usually it can be done up to 2nd month of pregnancy. Suction curettage, again we have to identify the patient, confirm the pregnancy by UPT, USG, PSPV examination for confirmation of size of uterus, and procedure is started. It is a OT procedure, I mean it is a mini surgical procedure, so patient is admitted in a hospital. Proper precautions are taken, proper PSPV examination is done, patient is taken on table, sedation is given, first of all IV fluids are given, sedatives are given, patient should be slightly anesthetized, local anesthesia is given, and suction machine is attached with suction cannula or catheter. This is inserted in uterus from cervix and vagina, and suction machine is attached to that cannula, and when we start the suction, all the products of conception of pregnancy material is sucked out with that machine, and after that bleeding starts and we stop the procedure. This is a safe procedure, but as the chances are or complications are, it may lead to excessive pain, excessive bleeding, and chances of incomplete abortion are increased in this type, because pregnancy material or fetal material is deeply implanted in uterus, so there are chances of incomplete abortion. After this procedure, after completion of this procedure, we give antibiotic, analgesics and IV fluids, and after that we discharge the patient. But the complications of incomplete abortion are commonly seen in this method. So usually this is not used practically. We prefer the method that is D&C. Because in this procedure also we give anesthesia, it is a mini surgical procedure, so why we should take chance for incomplete abortion? So better is to advise that D&C, that is dilatation and curettage. This is the commonly used method, but for exam point of view we have to write this method, so that was suction curettage. And now important method is, that is common method for abortion in first trimester, that is D&C, it is dilatation and curettage. Now in D&C, dilatation and curettage, pregnancy can be terminated in first trimester with this method. Up to 12 weeks we can terminate the pregnancy safely, 12 to 14 weeks depending on the size of uterus, but 12 weeks are the limit given for us to terminate the pregnancy. So pregnancy can be terminated by D&C up to 12 weeks. Pregnancy patient is identified without any high risk factors. Pregnancy is confirmed, size of uterus is confirmed by PSPV examination. As we had seen in suction curettage, patient is taken on operation table. It's also mini surgical procedure. Sedation by IV line is given, IV fluid is started, local anesthesia is given, and then dilatation and curettage. This is the procedure. So from this procedure also we should note that there is dilatation of cervix. Hagar's dilator are used, instruments are given at your slides. These are the dilators which are from 2 cm to 10 cm sized. They are the metallic dilators. We pass these dilators from cervix and we dilate the cervix from 2 cm up to 8 cm to 10 cm. When cervix is widely opened, we curate the uterus or clean the uterus by curettage, blunt curettage and sharp curettage. Both curates are used depending on the condition, and we curate the uterus or we clean the uterus completely. This is the dilatation, that means dilatation of cervix from small size dilator to large size dilator. Slowly cervix is dilated, that means cervix is open, and then we curate or clean the uterus by curettage. After this curettage or cleaning of uterus, fresh bleeding starts and we have a typical grating sensation. At that point we should stop the procedure, and after that antibiotic, analgesics, injections are given by IV fluid, and patient is discharged after 2 to 3 hours. Usually complications are excessive bleeding, perforation. Chances of perforation of uterus are more common in this because we use the curate, which is the sharp one, which can perforate the uterus. So proper technique and proper timing should be adjusted with this procedure. So chances of incomplete abortion are very rare, but excessive bleeding, perforation and infection, these are the main chances for D&C. This is the widely accepted method, dilatation and curettage, and this is the common method which we use for D&C in first trimester. After that we advise for proper contraception, and after 2 to 3 months next pregnancy can be advised depending on the condition of patient and other factors. That was abortion or MTP or techniques of MTP at first trimester. Now for second trimester, which usually starts after 12 weeks of pregnancy, usually termination of pregnancy at this trimester is not allowed unless and until the causes are very strong. Whenever the reason is causing some fatal factors to mother, that means continuation of pregnancy is very risky for her or for baby, then only we can terminate this pregnancy at this trimester. Otherwise, termination of pregnancy at second trimester is dangerous for mother. So it is not easy to perform the MTP at this trimester. Whenever there is a very serious cause like excessive blood pressure, excessive diabetes, heart disease, renal disease, that may lead to death of mother if continuation of pregnancy is there. At that time only we can do the termination of pregnancy, or else when baby is baby have gross abnormality, baby is not growing properly, there are the congenital anomalies developed, or the things which are not favorable to continue up to pregnancy, we can terminate at this trimester. So methods of termination of pregnancy in this trimester, usually common method and widely accepted method is only one, that is ethacridine lactate. And other methods, for exam point of view, you have to write the methods. First of all, we will see this first method, that is ethacridine lactate method. This is ethacridine lactate. It is a diamino. Actually, it is a dye which is yellow colored, which have irritating property, and it is acidic in nature. It is ethacridine lactate. That medicine's name is ethacridine lactate, which is yellow colored dye. And we perform this method in selected patients whenever there are patient is confirmed for the pregnancy, weeks of pregnancy are confirmed, this condition of baby is first of all it is seen whether the baby is normal, whether it is IUD, whether it have congenital anomaly, whether growth is retarded, or the other factors, maternal factors, high blood pressure, diabetes, renal, heart disease, all the factors are first of all, and they should be identified, and then only patient is selected for the procedure. The patient who is fit for procedure is selected, admission of patient in hospital, proper PSPV examination for confirmation of weeks of pregnancy, and then only she is taken on OT table. Now when a patient is taken, slight sedation is given, and we pass the Foley's catheter. You can see the Foley's catheter on internet. There are two types of catheters, simple rubber catheter and Foley's catheter. Rubber catheter is used only in emergency condition. Then when we have retention of urine in any patient, we insert the simple rubber catheter, urine output starts. But Foley's catheter, it is used mainly in surgical procedure where we want to keep the catheter for more than some weeks or month. That is Foley's catheter. Foley's catheter have two ends. From one end we inject the sterile water and we inflate the balloon and we lock the catheter, usually in bladder. Now in this condition we lock the catheter in uterus. So Foley's catheter is inserted in uterus. Normally Foley's catheter is inserted in urethra to empty the bladder, but in this condition we are inserting this catheter in uterus from vagina. Okay. Now when we insert the Foley's catheter, we lock the catheter by 10 cc sterile water. After locking this catheter, we inject the ethacridine lactate dye from other side. 50 ml is injected at first sitting, and then this catheter is kept at the uterus. Patient is admitted for 12 hours. If necessary, we can inject the another 100 ml, 50 ml this ethacridine lactate, depending on the size of uterus, weeks of pregnancy. The amount of ethacridine lactate is decided. Up to 150 ml we can inject. After injection of this dye, this catheter is kept at the uterus, and after 12 to 24 hours, within 24 hours, pain in abdomen usually starts to the patient, and labor pain starts, and patient is having her pains with dilatation, and we take the patient on the table, catheter is removed, and we do the delivery, and baby is terminated. So this is the method, that is ethacridine lactate. This is actually not very commonly used method, but whenever the continuation of pregnancy is risky for mother as well as the baby, we have to terminate that baby at second trimester, then this method is used for termination of pregnancy, that is use of ethacridine lactate. In simple language, for this method, patient is clearly identified, selected. Depending on weeks of pregnancy, dosage of ethacridine lactate is decided. It is given by Foley's catheter. This catheter is inserted in uterus from vagina, and the ethacridine lactate is inserted 100 ml to 150 ml. Catheter is kept in uterus for 12 hours. After removal of catheter, within 24 hours, labor pain start, patient goes in labor, and there is delivery of baby. Usually the baby is dead. Complications are incomplete abortion, excessive pain. Patient can go in pain when we insert this dye and catheter. There are severe pains which are seen in patients. So there are chances of excessive pain, chances of uterine perforation, septicemia, chances of infection, chances of allergic reaction to this ethacridine lactate. So these are complications: incomplete abortion, excessive pain, excessive bleeding, uterine perforation, septicemia, and allergic condition. These are the complications for ethacrydine lactate. Second method is by use of prostaglandins. Second method, for this second trimester abortion, we can use the prostaglandins. Prostaglandins are given in the form of injection, as well as locally prostaglandin creams are given for dilatation of cervix. And after this injection of prostaglandin, as well as there is dilatation of cervix, labor pains may start and patient goes in labor. Because of the application of gel, there is dilatation of cervix and delivery takes place. But this is not a common method which is used. It is not safe because it can lead to excessive pain and uterine perforation, allergic reactions, and sometimes septicemia. For exam point of view, I am telling this method, or else I told you that ethacrydine lactate is the method which is used for second trimester abortion. Third method is by using of intraamniotic saline, hypertonic saline. This method is not used commonly, but it is the method which is applicable for second trimester. If patient is allergic to that ethacrydine lactate, we can do this method. We can do the abortion by this method, intraamniotic saline, hypertonic saline. For this method also we select the patient depending on the other high risk factors and associated factors. We select the patient for abortion. After confirmation of size of pregnancy and weeks of pregnancy, we select the patient. After admission of patient, all the precautions are taken. Patient is taken on table, slight mild sedation is given, and you had seen IV fluid, saline. We give the salines or IV fluid. IV fluid we give it by veins. In this method, this IV fluid is given on the placental site. Or placental site is identified by the USG, and the saline is given directly to uterus. We give the intraamniotic saline. It is passed directly to uterine cavity, and because of increased pressure in the uterus or uterine cavity, labor pains are induced, and because of this increased pressure in the uterus, pain starts and patient goes in labor. And because of this excessive pain, there is a delivery of patient, and usually the baby is dead, and we do the delivery and we have this second trimester abortion. But this is not used method, commonly used method. That was intraamniotic saline. Also, next method is by using of urea, like this only. Intraamniotic saline, we pass the, at least we pass the IV fluid in the uterine cavity, but in the urea we pass the diluted urea in the intraamniotic cavity or in uterine cavity. And because of urea, it is a chemical thing that causes severe pain, and labor pain starts and patient goes in labor. But it is not the common method. So second trimester abortion methods are ethacrydine lactate, prostaglandins, intraamniotic hypertonic saline, and by using of urea in the IV fluid in intraamniotic saline. So these are the methods which are commonly used for second trimester abortion. First trimester abortion, we had seen menstrual regulation, medicinal abortion, suction curettage, dilatation curettage. Second trimester abortion methods are ethacrydine lactate, prostaglandins, hypertonic saline by using urea. These are the methods.